sometimes buying a house can be a scary thing. And it's a big purchase, so we understand. So today, we're going to find out, is it that difficult? And is it really that scary to own your first piece of the corporate capitalistic world here on Table Talk? Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Table Talk Day. Hey! Okay.
That's wild.
You guys might be experiencing the full thing, but honestly, we need to get our speakers back. It's a long, awkward silence pause.
Please. I already bought already, guys.
How is everyone doing? How are you doing, Jeremy? How are you doing, Mingyu? What is up today? That's great.
I'm very happy we have somebody to answer some big questions here today.
Yes.
Honestly.
This is going to be quite a good podcast for you guys out there, because apparently to get a session of this particular length with you, like this guy, you need to get an NFT. All right. It's like you need to get a membership. Okay. So you're welcome.
This is a sneak preview for everyone who doesn't have an NFT.
This is so you go. Otherwise known as the property app of Apple, iHerng. Today we have no, that's not. Welcome, Sean.
What's up, guys?
Wow, the savant of real estate in Malaysia, aka seriously the guy we see on social media the most.
Property,
yeah, the most.
Godfather,
really.
Of all time.
The one that we don't click skip ad on. Everyone else is doing property. Hi, Sean. Who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Sean. I review properties on YouTube mainly. And then because of pressure, need to go TikTok, need to go Instagram Reels, now everywhere lah, basically.
Wow.
I like that. Concise. That's just where the market is. You gotta follow trends.
Yep.
Is it really though?
I don't know.
Okay, so for everyone who is tuning in, this is actually, okay, it's not like, hey, you're not old enough, don't, shut up. You need to listen to this. This is, this is the kind of things I wish I knew much earlier.
Nobody gave me a video talking
this
about
is the kind of stuff, they don't teach in school one, So Sean, it's a habit at this point. You do stuff on social media basically.
Yes, a lot.
Was this like from the start or?
No, I was a property dude, literally from a developer's point of view, real estate agent point of view, architecture point of view, builder point of view. So I went through the whole thing before I end up in social media.
In every part of the plan.
Yeah.
Years of experience in industry.
Yeah, then only I ended up in social media.
How long have you been doing this?
I think I was an agent at 19.
Oh my damn.
Then I bought my first property at 22, 23.
Hold up, what?
Then started a channel like 4 years ago. Yeah.
Let's talk about 19 to 22.
Guys, I didn't even have my first YouTube channel at 19.
Yeah.
The phone I was using wasn't even mine. We need to talk about this.
Okay, that's just like, we're going to veer off the topics really quick. 19 years old, you real estate sales.
So I was selling properties. Like I was selling houses, selling factories. And this was the time when iProperty just started. Like you don't need to, now if you want to advertise on iProperty, you need to pay money.
Yeah.
Okay, ads up, right? And those were the days where it's like free almost.
Just
new company lah.
Yeah, just go back. Then this was a dude that sells property on a monthly basis, factories and all.
My
Generally baller back then.
Yeah, a bit.
Then
crazy.
My second home is like Zook back then.
Wow, okay. Well,
a lot of questions there. A lot of questions.
I was just going to say, 19 years old, right? Our part-time jobs is McDonald's and British India.
Yeah.
You were doing real estate.
And that was the main difference that I noticed between different families. Like back then when I was studying, during the dinner table, my uncles, aunties, parents were talking about properties.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were pressing TV3 to look at share markets and all.
Damn. Oh my damn!
Yeah.
Oh, this built different, yo.
Yeah,
really? Is the environment?
Yeah, environment. Also, when I realized that I was the odd one when I was studying, I think we went to the same uni for architecture.
Oh yeah, for a while lah.
Yeah. So then the people were studying design magazines.
Yeah.
Practically, I was studying personal finance, how to buy your first insurance. What is MLTA?
What is MLTA?
Yeah, it's an insurance to assure your loan. So in case anything happened to you, the bank won't lose money.
Oh, I see. I have a HLA.
Different.
So I have question marks.
Yeah.
What? Wow,
that's crazy, dude.
Man's literally built different. This is like 19. And I guess family plays a big deal. That's why you're exposed to it.
Yeah.
It's such a, oh my.
Then the story was actually when I was younger, my aunt actually just fetched me around Sungai Buloh for factories.
Oh,
Then she just, hey, Sean, you go down, go and collect money from the uncle.
hold up. You were also
I was like 15.
Along.
No.
sorry.
So I went there. Then I was like, after a few times, I asked my aunt, like, why
What am I collecting money?
they pay you money every month?
Oh,
Then like, they use my space lah.
Oh,
Your auntie owns the factories.
wow,
Yeah.
auntie baller.
Then I was like, at
Your auntie want to
15,
adopt,
right? You keep figuring out like,
how do I
why
do this?
people pay for space? And most of us are lucky enough that it's in KL, right? You don't pay for your own room at home.
Oh my
But
goodness.
for people that actually move to KL and there's this concept of rental that a lot of KL boys, PJ boys don't understand until you start paying your own rental lah.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
true.
you realize it at 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you realize at 15, Mingyu?
15 years old, I realized that if you zip up your pants too fast
You kena.
and kena your pubes or your skin, pain. That was my learning curve. Very different.
Oh, okay. So
You should wear underpants with you at that time.
That's another
16 years old.
podcast. That's another podcast.
16 years old.
You see, bro, genetically I'm a bit slower.
Guys, if you are getting ready for anything for for rest of the day, you might want to take notes for this podcast. Again, we are on YouTube, so you can tune in. See this guy in a beautiful pink polo right here.
It's a great time to just equip yourself with basic knowledge. I think it's great that we have so much resource on the internet, on TikTok, on YouTube. Like what Sean does on his channel. But sometimes I know a lot of us are not proactive enough to want to go and search these things. Because it feels like a long way to go when you want to buy a piece of property. So that's what we try to do at the Table Talk Show. We try to get these conversations into your daily
Take away,
wake up and go.
the knowledge.
So what we're going to do today is try to filter out as many bite-sized nuggets that's workable in terms of knowledge for you guys.
We'll try.
We've got two ends of the spectrum. Minghan has bought a house.
Yeah.
And I am about to want to buy
That's cool.
another of my own. I don't have one. I have a cardboard box.
Okay.
I would like to think that that's
Close
also
enough.
a house. Yeah, you see? So we've got Sean to answer some questions today.
Right.
Jeremy.
That's a good start though. Jeremy bought a house?
Jeremy, I was going to say...
I stay in Papa Mama ATM.
Family home.
It's great. Yeah.
That's the best.
So different stages of life.
Yeah, no, wait. It's
And
okay.
all relevant to where we want to be today. Valentina's also tuning into the podcast. IRL, because she's like, I want to hear Sean talk about property.
Right.
Serious? You
Yeah.
wouldn't around all the time?
No, she's not.
Wow.
He's usually upstairs in the office.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that small area there is really open to anyone who really wants
Yeah,
to
Jolie
listen.
usually is not
Maybe
here.
we'll do a live audience one day lah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we'll just
Let's
start
kick
with the good crispy old questions lah. Very very easy one. And this is no brainer. Age old question according to Jeremy. Renting or buying? Better.
Whoa.
It depends on your current state,
Yeah.
also your ambition.
Oh,
It
Please
means
explain.
that if you have a plan to pursue business, if you have a plan to pursue careers overseas, then the commitment might not be on your side.
right.
But if you are like, okay, for sure, I'm going to work in the corporate, I'm going to be the MD one day for this big MNC,
Oh,
then you have
yeah.
security on your side.
Yes.
So security is on your side. Every 28 or 29, the salary for sure come in.
Right.
Do something with it. Because as the sun will come out from the east, I'm really confident that the salary will come in.
Guys, this guy, I love
this.
that. I love that.
So
Okay.
like it's
That's how you get the
almost
Chinese demographic there.
metal rice bowl right there.
Metal rice bowl.
Yeah, so you don't have to.
Thanks for watching. That's all we have today. That's amazing.
For anyone else, you gotta buy his NFT.
That's crazy. Okay, so
Yeah.
you would suggest for someone like that,
Yeah.
if you guys are listening, if you find yourself in a similar situation, you would advise to buy.
So if you are then like you just fresh grad, then you are still wandering around like what you really like.
Yeah.
You are dipping yourself into Web3, you are dipping yourself NFT or whatsoever. Flexibility should be priority.
Yes.
You can starve yourself, you can don't eat for 3 days, right? But once you commit yourself to a loan,
And a family.
yeah, the bank needs to be paid first.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so that's a harsh reality.
Damn,
so
I love it.
It is.
but I would still encourage people to look at property as a investment asset because don't get a home. You don't necessarily need to buy to live in the home that you buy.
Yes.
You can actually buy
Rent
and
out.
be a landlord.
Yeah, just like your auntie.
Yeah. Yeah. So whenever a lot of people would say that, hey, property prices keeps going up, you better buy one. It's not for you to be a house owner, it's for you to be a landlord.
I see. Yeah. There's a motto, right? Like, which I wanted to do as well. But to me, there was an opportunity that came out that was too good to pass, lah. You know, so buy where you rent and rent where you live.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, can we say that one more time?
So there was a motto that I was actually discussing with Suyan before we actually bought our first house, which is buy where you rent. That means you want to buy a property in a good place for people to rent, right? But rent where you live.
Yeah.
So you just rent the place where you live. So like, according to you, flexibility.
Yep.
And also you get your value out of your landlord. Then you are not tied down to your location.
Yep.
But you have anchored a very good landlord space. Is that a good concept in terms of this?
The bigger overarching concept is actually equity.
Equity.
So,
everyone
so equity is when you buy a 400,000 property.
Right.
Actually, every month, you take a loan of 360,000. Your money installment is around 1,000, 3,000 for 35 years.
Yeah.
The tenant will be paying for you.
Yeah.
So let's say if the tenants pay 1,000 for a month, it's around 16800. So 16800 per year.
Wait, these numbers coming out from
Yeah. So
big math.
Yeah. So meaning the rental that the tenant is paying on your behalf.
Offset.
Yes.
Yeah. So
rather than you paying for it, right?
Correct. So how confident are you that tomorrow will be better?
Looking at Malaysia?
Yeah. So but if you look into your bank account of the housing loan, it will confirm be better.
Oh yeah.
Because every month, so as 10 years goes by, the property price, let's say, goes up a little bit and the amount you owe the bank reduces, there will be this difference.
It just gets bigger and bigger, the difference, right?
And that's something you call yours.
Damn. I know these things. But when you put it like that, I realize I don't know anything. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. It's true. Like that's why there's a whole property thing, right? Because you want to catch it as close to the release price as possible.
Yeah.
And property is one of those things. Okay, again, in this current day, you can't really say that every property increases, lah.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. You look into stock market, right? Property, the stock market company that really make money, 1%.
Yeah. That's true.
Property, the same.
That's true.
Crypto, worse, 0.1.
Don't say it.
Right? So everything boils down to research. But the best thing about real estate is that it's really, really slow. If you miss 6 months, right, you go back in just like yesterday.
Oh,
I like that.
I like that.
Good. It's the good and bad, right?
Yeah.
Was your first property, like you said, you bought your first property at 22. Why did you buy that property?
Because there weren't any other investment vehicles.
At that time?
Yeah, now you can go one toilet, you can buy a lot of things really. Buy stock, buy crypto, buy whatever, right?
Yeah.
Buy shoe, buy sneaker, right? Very dangerous, man. Last time don't have. So it's either stocks, gold,
property,
forex, and property.
Yeah.
And for sure, like old folks, right, all buy property, and I was at the mindset where I want to climb the corporate ladder, so security was on my side. Then I buy something, and that was the time when MRT was going to build.
Right.
So I had a budget of like 300,000 because I only have 30,000 in the bank. Right. Then I was searching around, see which train station it's have a property that is within that price range.
So good planning.
We'll loop around back to that, but just now you did the quick sort of check was that okay, I have a budget of 300,000 because I have 30K in the bank.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
10%.
Yeah.
Is that how you determine what you can buy?
Ignorantly, yes.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. We'll look back at this. I think it's very good.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, there's so many things here. I think maybe the main takeaway I took from this whole part was buy a piece of property because if you rent it out to somebody, they are paying it for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's the game. Because you carry the liability of the down payment, right? You carry the liability of the deed.
Yep.
So all they set your house on fire, so
you see the insurance, man.
Yeah. So to anyone, I mean,
let's not set house on fire. Yeah.
I mean, there is a give and take, lah. Okay, like to everyone, it's like I'm never going to rent a house again. Or then you're going to try and buy a house, basically. Is that there, right? So there's of course like a back and forth, a pro and a con between buying and renting, and that's why the rental market is also quite big.
Yeah.
But interesting twist on this. because of the pandemic, right? Everyone suddenly gets super savvy trying to buy property.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about this a bit in one of those random events. There's a surge of like apartments, like high-rise units everywhere. You turn back, suddenly got apartment there.
Yeah.
Like just a ton of them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all this new, just everyone? Because my worry is like, wow, everyone's buying everywhere. So everyone got empty unit everywhere, but who's staying in them?
Yeah.
Right?
So to me, if you want to think about like, so that's density, like meaning everywhere you see property, right?
Correct.
So if that theory is right, then it means that areas with the highest density will fail.
Oh, damn.
But if you think about KLCC, Bangsar South, KL Central.
Right. They're different. I mean,
So then it really plays on which location has the high density.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Those are city centers.
So it depends on whether are you in the city center or you're in the suburbs. But the better reference is always for me, rental rates.
Okay, you look around lah.
So let's say if this is a new building, but the rental rates can actually cover the installment. I don't care how density works or whatever. I just buy because for sure I know people are going to pay for the installments.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's that simple, not that complicated.
Okay.
So let's say if there's 3,000 units or 300 units, it's the same game.
As long as it can cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious. Okay, at this point, okay, we've talked about quite a bit of like, actually quite technical stuff. I mean, quite good knowledge info so far. Let's do a bit of fun stuff for a bit. Okay.
Cool.
We had a teammate who got scammed. Okay.
Oh, my favorite.
This was a next level scam, okay? But I think
so
you
well
might be
thought out.
familiar with it, okay? Well, a teammate got scammed when he moved to KL. So basically, he's a Penang Lang. Okay? He's very independent. And he's a go-getter. Okay? He won't ask for help one. He's the one people ask for help.
Yeah.
So what happened was it was a very nice day. He got a new place. He moved in and everything with the wife, very nice studio apartment.
Empire Damansara. I'll call it out so that people know to be wary of these places.
He found this place on an e-commerce website. A rental place on e-commerce website. So the funny part was he moved in. He stayed there one day.
Next
Two day.
morning.
Next morning. Knock. The cleaners came. Then they're like, how come the cleaner one so nice one is this? Turns out someone Airbnb'd that place and sold the place to that guy.
So
As a rental property.
he rented out or he sold?
Rented.
He quote unquote rented.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the guy.
3 months upfront.
Yeah.
Deposit. Yeah.
This is
This is rental, no? I cannot imagine what
this
it's
is
like
rental,
for buying.
No, buying is definitely cannot. Definitely can because
You need documents, right?
you will need lawyers participation already.
Is this kind of rental scam a thing? Like, have you heard of this kind of stuff?
No, but you will always require the owner to sign off. Meaning, so
That's a good point.
it's intentional already, meaning somebody played the role of the owner here
Yeah.
and scammed the shit out of your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very unheard of to me. Like based on my like my team, we furnish almost 100 units for rent per month. None of such.
But I think maybe it doesn't happen because you know that it's got to go through trusted websites. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, when we deal with this kind of thing, I think let's talk about prevention, right? The agent needs to be registered.
Yeah.
There's a REA.
Okay. Registered.
Registered.
Number one, okay, guys?
Okay,
So
registered.
there's a red card that with their face and
yeah.
their tag numbers and all.
Right.
But again, that can be manufactured if
Again,
intentional, right?
Yeah, fabricated.
So
all
then
this.
you look at the property, then when you pay 3+1, then which account it goes into.
Oh.
If you bank into a personal account, then something wrong with you also. What?
Desmond?
Desmond?
I'm guessing my friend missed a lot of this
Yeah.
warning signal.
So if you pay the agents upfront, then it will be weird because usually you will pay to the real estate company that is registered. Second thing. So when they hand over the keys, then you have the owners that signs off. You get the contact because the tenancy agreement needs to be signed by the owner.
The more you say this, right? In my mind, what the heck did Desmond do? Like, he went through with everything.
Yeah.
He didn't even meet the agent.
There was nothing, I think he just did a transfer online.
Yeah.
And then, surprise, this is your unit. Then he picked the keys from the lobby or something like that. I
think he ran Airbnb for a month, is it?
I think...
No. So again, so everyone, I think coming in from the first point that Sean was saying about renting versus buying, it's great to rent, especially you're looking for. I mean, people who want to rent, you're obviously doing a lot of searching and deal hunting online.
Yep.
Unfortunately, some of these deals are sometimes seem too good to be true because they are too good to be true because they're not true. Right? And so that's what happened to Desmond.
Actually, the way he talked about the place was like, oh, I got a really nice studio unit. Oh, I got this place.
So I think like this one, I mean, we're jumping the gun because this is one of the last points we want to talk about. But since we're already here, what are some of the credentials that people need to be looking out for when it comes to buying is a bit more black and white. You can't run, right?
Yeah.
But with rental, what are the red flags there?
Like just now, the agents, the accounts.
If your agent doesn't want to meet you, just ask you to do online transfer.
Rarely though.
Yeah, that's wild, right?
Yeah. That's why I think that the agent was doing an Airbnb business.
Yeah.
So since I lease this from the owner, then I can do whatever with it.
Yeah.
And that is pretty common.
So when Desmond went to make the police report, and he talked about the whole experience that happened, he even told the cleaners, and the cleaners like, you're not the first one this has happened to. The police station was saying that this has actually happened a lot of times and they can't trace the money back. I mean, they can't catch anybody because all that nonsense.
You have a bank account, right?
Exactly, right? Like in my brain, like how can you not?
I don't know. I mean, our police that's another podcast for another day. But that's like it's just the sad truth. I mean, sometimes you want to be looking for great deals, but also do it on the correct platforms. Right?
Yeah, like what you say, when it's too good, right? When everyone else is renting out at 3,000, you get 1,003.
Yeah, something's up there.
Wow.
Something
Maybe you
fishy.
can you rent it for 3 days.
The unagi is smelly
the
there.
whole month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunate, right? Shit.
But it happens. What are some of the more common scams is there like
Property
rampant scams?
Is that a thing?
This kind of day? What?
Not really though, because it's highly regulated.
So if you really kena, you really deserve to kena lo.
Oh, that's don't say.
Sorry.
But it's true.
I mean, especially in rental, like that story is rather fresh for me.
Pressure.
Like I rarely come across this kind of thing.
We need to give you the full story one day, man.
Yeah.
It's whack, man. Legit, it's whack. Okay.
It happens.
But I think like this platform is good. It's like calling out that. Right.
Yeah.
But
shit, man.
We have to. The guy is still out there lah. They never caught him because the police didn't pursue the case.
Just say it's hard.
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
But I think because the amount is small.
Yeah, maybe.
That's true. It's not like a 5-digit, 6-digit amount.
Yeah.
So they just let it go.
So like I think like if you really think it's too good to be true, then sorry. Then if you really want convenience, right?
Yeah. So if anyone watching or listening to this right now is thinking of renting a place, what are some of the places they should be looking on?
Renting a place.
Yeah, renting a place. Or like if I'm coming to KL, where do I start? How do I start looking for places to rent? Honestly, in Damansara.
Rent? Oh, that's interesting.
I think rent, I will always prioritize the place of work.
Okay.
Because traveling in KL is not really that friendly.
But platforms wise, like where should they be looking on?
Anywhere though. Like
really?
Google.
Yeah, Google also
Rental,
a lot really. Yeah, or property platforms, that would be the most direct.
Yeah.
Then you want to go for room rental basis. You only want a room also, that's possible.
Yep.
But something to think about is, would you want to stay closer to your workplace, then you pay higher rent? Or you want to stay somewhere further with cheaper rent? But you sacrifice some time.
That's true. The thing we have actually teammates who travel an hour and a half back and forth.
Jeremy stays next door to Nila.
And we try and justify.
I don't stay there.
Yeah, we try and justify for them. Okay, if you're saying your family, sure, of course you don't need to pay rent. But I think it's a very big consideration, right? The amount of like travel time you have every single day.
Yep.
It
is
does.
your time, your
time
money for your gas,
and petrol. Oh my lord!
And then your car.
And that's why prime real estate is always on demand.
Yes.
The important locations connected locations.
Yeah. So if you want to have like spacious bungalows within a city center,
bye.
Still got.
70
million.
Yeah, your wallet lah.
All
right, just we've been talking actually for quite a bit already. I mean, it's guys, this was actually really just a more of a chill talk to compare to what you used to have. I mean, there are so many. It was like grinding.
Yeah, intense.
This question, right?
Yeah.
Maybe for you in your whole career, like where is the best place that you learned your stuff? Like, is it like Google or you learn on the job? And
Tacit knowledge.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a very unfortunate truth about the industry, right? Like when I started sharing, not everyone agreed to it because I could have just monetized it for money. Number one, right? So when I put it out there, then it started this phenomenon where it slowly becomes a dinner table topic.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So suddenly, like now, father and son can talk about properties because every weekend they look at Sean on TV talking about this then this property, right? Then besides that, there's this entire property industry is not transparent at all.
Really?
Oh.
You will never know what price I pay for the property.
Damn, Sean really calling out.
Oh,
calling out everybody.
like when you say what price I pay for, meaning who's the I?
Anyone.
Any
so like
agent?
even if Sean is in the SPA, it's the sales and purchase agreement.
Right.
The backdoor discounts.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you personally know because you experience it lah.
Yeah. So I kind of leverage on it. Then it became an insider thing until I call it out.
Damn.
Right.
So they are like, why some people, like until today, a lot of people still don't understand how people own 25 to 30 properties.
Yeah. I'm one of them. How does that work?
How?
Yeah, so
Backdoor shit lah.
not necessarily backdoor, there's just ways around the system.
Okay. So
like my goal personally is to own 25 properties.
how where you at now?
I'm almost halfway.
Oh my
You need to
word.
shut your mouth, man. I'm gonna fall into your car later. bro.
I kind of
But I'm asset rich, cash poor.
I mean,
You robbed me, got nothing.
yeah,
what?
it's true.
I need to cut your thumb so I can step on it.
All keywords, not even smart lock.
That's true. But that's in itself like cash poor, asset rich. To be honest, in the economy that we're going into, that's good
Yeah.
because cash is trash.
Cash means nothing really. Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know if you guys are like savvy and you watch a lot of like financial stuff online.
Look at the dollar, man.
I mean, right now it's great for the dollar. I'm just saying, right? But
Yeah.
Or Singapore.
But
Singapore.
but the main characteristic of real estate, right, has always been great hedge against inflation.
yeah,
But inflation didn't happen for a very long time.
And now it's
not
coming.
yet. No,
And winter is here.
yeah.
Yeah, until now. So suddenly it takes 30% more cost to build the exact same building. How are you not going to expect prices go up?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
It's a bubble waiting to pop at some point.
Bubble, then I think early also pop with it.
Okay.
Because of the very strict regulations that Bank Negara has. Like a lot of people now, like if you want to buy property, loan is a problem.
Oh yeah, it's getting harder
damn.
already.
Yeah, you need to prove all your income, you need to prove your savings, you need to prove your credibility before the bank actually gives you money to buy. It's not like chincha, I want to buy then buy, I got
Right.
cash.
Right.
Even if you got cash, a lot of developers don't accept.
Is it a snowball thing? Let's say like because you have 10 properties now. That the
I didn't
bank,
say I got 10 properties.
I mean, I'm just gonna put half mark there, okay? Let's just say you got 10 properties.
Yeah.
The bank trusts you more because of the
Yeah.
credibility you have in terms of like borrowing and repaying them.
so
lah.
that's the credibility part that I think to just bring some value to your audience, right? If you just started out, right, the first step to build credibility is have a credit card.
Yeah. There's been a very big and back and forth talk about credit card lately, like the past few years. Some people, the super mega rich, I hate credit card. I only use debit card.
Yeah.
Some of them, I hate debit card. I only use credit
Yeah.
card.
I would suggest credit card for the reason of displaying your ability to take money and pay back.
Right, your credit score lah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
because if you are a fresh piece of paper, right? Dear bank, I want to buy a property. Haha.
Prove to me
I
you
love
can pay
that.
my money lah.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
So even if you have like cash rich, suddenly I need you to prove the source of the cash as well. You cannot just suddenly walk in with 1 million, right?
Yeah.
I need to figure out where you get the 1 million as well.
Correct.
That's true.
Mm,
Wow. I think before we dive into more, you have been extremely generous with your knowledge, like just sharing your experience.
Yeah, I mean, thank you.
He doesn't have a job, by the way, just saying, it's like asking the doctor to come and like give medicine for free, that kind of thing, okay? Give us a plug. Where do people find you? Like what, like, and how do people get involved with, like, you do teaching and stuff also, right? Like a bit coaching, is it?
On YouTube mainly.
Okay,
Just go to
okay.
YouTube, iHerng.
Mhm.
Then you'll see like I think to date is 800 videos.
Oh my damn.
Then there's a few things. So there's a podcast version where it's like more of storytelling of
Yes.
first time people sharing their experience.
Right.
Then you have property reviews. So I review properties.
Yep.
To date is 240 episodes, I think.
That's the stuff people want, right?
Yeah. So
That's what
like
people look
that's
forward to.
the cool thing. A lot of people don't understand how crazy it is to go and actually see a property.
Yeah.
It's very tiring. It's
Yep.
hot. It's humid.
Yep.
Right. Then then there's topic based where audience you guys can always email me. Then I will answer one question at a time.
Yeah. Oh, you look.
Yeah.
Service, guys. Service.
Oh, we damn good.
I want to ask like this last time because I know about it.
Yeah.
Your NFT club.
Ah.
I want to know like what is the NFT club for people who don't know, because
join.
the privilege is
Go
the
lah.
privilege.
No more, but you can buy subs here.
Oh yo, sub.
So it's so for those who bought you get a 3 hours consultation with me.
Per month,
No. One time off.
one time off.
So because property is this game of a very long process. So suddenly people with like, okay, I'm going for my 6th property. How do I reschedule, re-strategize my finances? Then some people come to me and talk about other investments like shares, watches and whatsoever. Then some come to just hang out, which is weird.
I saw. I mean,
Yeah. Then besides that, we also get to see properties together. So imagine checking out a brand new property that just got handed over with Sean.
yeah.
Then I'll
Look
point
at
out
that.
things that is done great, things that are total bullshit,
Yeah.
then things that are mistakes, things that are just really good. Yeah. So
Yes. Yeah. And just for you guys to know, when Sean says he go to property, it's not you just go see the house only. You walk everywhere around
Yeah.
the place. You literally go to the amenities nearby. You go down, look at this longang over here, connect to this one over here. It's
Oh, damn.
It's
It's
the
like
real
that
deal.
one,
It's the
Yeah.
real scouting deal,
It's not
right?
like me pass by. Nice.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
that's why I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. The NFT club. Okay, before we leave, let's end with a list of must-haves before buying a house. All right. Like Jeremy has prepared some stuff here. Must you have X number of savings before purchasing a house? Must you be a member of a community club? Must you meet with what is the ancient
fun.
one, Jeremy? What is that?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
The
So
ancient
basically, okay, your
Basically,
beliefs-
the idea here is that to own property, there's a lot of things you must have.
Yeah.
And you have to jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah.
But let's break it down to a very practical level so that people
Yeah.
know what they need to prepare.
Personally,
Yeah. Like
Personally.
what is the basic you need to have?
I would recommend
Let's use an example. Like a piece of property, let's say 500,000.
no, let's not. Like 500,000 is already beyond our average.
300,000.
Yeah.
300,000.
So I would suggest to first have, if any income level, right, to have a 6 to 8 months emergency fund first.
Okay, first point, 6 to 8
Of your
months
own personal
emergency
spending.
funds.
Yeah. So if you spend more, then you need more money, lah, right?
So for example, let's quickly calculate that. Let's say Jeremy spends 2,000
Yeah. So you need
on
like,
basic cost of living.
so you
a
need
month,
around 12.
right? So you got 12.
Yeah.
Done.
So 12, just in case you get fired or you screw up on set.
Yeah.
For a very
You
big
still got
mistake,
12K
right?
for
Yeah.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah, for 6 to
Okay.
8 months. And that will also create a buffer just in case if you were to buy a property, it cannot rent out for very long.
Okay.
You can still sustain.
That is
Okay.
true.
So you got
true.
no
I like that.
fear, right? The second one is to get yourself protected, meaning buy insurance,
Okay.
health, medical card, whatsoever. Lah. Don't be a liability to your family,
Yes.
right? Including
go.
the property. Like if you, let's say something happened, right? Your loved ones need to pay for the property, right?
The
Then
loan
I think
goes
you're-
over to them.
Yeah. So you need to do something with that.
That's
as
the
well.
MLTA, is it?
That's the MLTA or
Okay.
MRTA. right?
MRTA, okay.
So the third one is to, then I have these 4 basic steps. Lah.
Here we go.
So the first one is to get your intent right.
Like why you want to buy the house?
Why you want to buy a property? Is
Okay.
it for investment or is it for own stay? Because the
Right.
consideration are totally different. One is numbers driven. I
Right.
don't care like how fancy, right? Numbers make sense. Let's go.
Oh.
Right? But if it's for own stay, sometimes it may not make the best financial
But
sense.
you want to
Yeah.
be there.
It's
Feeling
just
lah.
convenient. Yeah, feeling.
Feeling.
Then the second one is to know your affordability. This is a harsh wake-up call. A lot of people think that, oh, I want 500,000, I want 800,000, right? But when you go to the bank tell you can loan up to 320,000.
Your
only.
face look like 200,000. That's a big slap. No, that's a
Damn,
very big
dude,
slap, you know.
That's rough. Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes you can also know that maybe like, or your PTN didn't pay enough.
Oh.
You got credit cards, lambat.
But lambak.
Yeah, so a lot of people with credit card debts, and
Right,
they still
right.
think that they can buy more properties after buying a new car and all.
Right.
So you really got to know your credibility and your affordability. Within that boundary, go see 20 different properties.
Damn.
So 20 here, this journey, right, is a very long journey. So my audience takes like 1 to 2 years time. But it's a self-awareness journey, the first half, to know what you like.
Right. What you're looking for, lah, huh?
Then the second part of it is to know what is the market like. And what's the difference between a bungalow and a semi-D and a terrace and a townhouse and a cluster and a semi-D link? What are all those? Then between apartments, between condo, what's the difference? Mixed development, TODs and all. So in 20, right, then sub-sale, new property, auction, group purchases.
There's a lot. Yeah.
A lot. So in 20, when I grew up, I was trained at 50 before I bought my first property.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
So this also builds immunity to all the sales hooks.
Correct.
All the FOMO lah.
Near to one, Odama.
No, 500 only. Hey, got one. The owner don't want. You want or not? Reserve for you.
Say
Very
low.
nice one.
I feel like I'm the demographic for there.
So and depending on like these salespeople are pros, right? So they know what makes you buy. Right?
Yeah.
Then after that, after making these 20 different visits, right, choose to make that informed decisions. Because let's face it, not all projects are perfect.
Yeah,
None.
I mean, doesn't make sense to be perfect lah, all right?
Therefore, there's this Sean take 3 on 3 where 3 things I like about a property and 3 things I don't like about a property. Sure, got something wrong one, right?
Yeah.
If it's so perfect, right, the price also wrong one.
Correct.
I see.
That's the check and balance.
Yeah. So if you know and you can accept the 3 negative parts of the property, then only make that informed decision.
Damn, Sean.
Okay.
Then the calculated risk, which is like if 6 months time there's no tenants,
Then how?
can I afford or not?
That's a big thing to consider actually.
Yeah.
Because people think, right, I want to be like Sean. I just want 10 property and every month he's going to give me money. No. You don't rent out your thing, nothing's going to give you money.
Yeah.
Right? People aren't even ready for like, how do you set up and get your house like available and attractive to people to want to rent? That's a whole other game.
That's a whole other game.
I want to loop back over to the whole part about you figuring out how much you can actually get a loan for, stuff like that. I think a lot of, if you look at our audience and even just the general market in Malaysia right now, the gig economy is a predominant thing, right? So a lot of young people today, they are getting their full-time salary, but also are doing stuff on the side that's giving them extra revenue, right? The thing is, a lot of people don't realize that the bank doesn't recognize gig economy money because that's not coming in regularly enough, right? Is that something that people need to be aware of when they approach the bank? So, for example, 300,000 property, I have, the how much was that again? 12K. Yeah. I have 12K locked. I have 10 months worth of like extra money, and I've got a 10 to 15% cash ready to pay. Is that gonna help me in terms of my bank loan? What are the banks looking at when we are going in to apply for a loan?
So this differs from banks. So some banks prefers corporate, where your income is just stable. Very hard to go down, also very hard to go up, right? Then if it's a gig economy thing, then not all banks also accept. Some banks also actually prefers. But the smarter thing is to actually then pay tax on the gig income that you have.
You show that you also know it's stable.
You can't have it all, guys. I mean, it's very
understand.
true. A lot of the gig economy one, right? No tax one, because no invoice.
Yeah.
No invoice, they like, you like, because you profit the most, right?
Yeah.
Then it will bite you in the butt.
Because the system still requires proof.
Yep.
When you say, this guy pay me 3,000, who say?
Yep.
Right? Sometimes it's all deal with cash some more.
Yep. That's,
wow, that's crazy.
That's why the tax is the receipt.
Yeah.
Receipt is to show the bank that, hey, I am able to pay this.
Yeah.
I am able to earn this, actually, more importantly. So, but it is true, because we're in the entertainment industry, the biggest things with loans is like, the bank don't believe you.
Yeah.
Because you're not employed also. You're a freelancer. You're considered unemployed, or self-employed. And you have, and it was crazy, right? Because I think until some point, if you are looking to be a freelancer in the gig economy, right? Your SOCSO, your EPF, all, like, they don't exist because you have no employer doing all these kind of things for you. So your big things to employ. Is there such a thing for people to like, hey, you know what? I just want to see how eligible I am for a loan.
Then, like,
Is that
loan
like possible to
calculators
do?
and
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I did a whole series for this to just calculate like how you are eligible.
Right.
Like, because again, different banks evaluate differently, but there's a general rule of thumb. You can just check it out, like how you calculate your debt service ratio, DSR.
Okay.
So it's a measurement of how, like, let's say if you earn 5,000, at most 70% can be used for housing loan.
True.
Right? But if you earn 10,000, maybe 80%. If you earn
True.
100,000, maybe 95%.
True.
So they will still think that you need to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that affects a lot. Then based on the commitment you have.
Ooh.
But the harsh truth is, now iPhone also installment. Furniture also installment. Car also
you
installment.
buy shoe also got installment.
Shoe also installment. So all these installment will actually affect your credibility.
That's true. So, I mean,
Damn.
I'm going to be honest with you. I know it's a very well-crafted product. Like you can own anything for $200 a month. And then it was spread out. Lor. So I decided to try one time. I bought my spectacles. Oh my gosh, it felt like a burden after the third month. I don't subscribe to this kind of things because it plays into how much credit you have with your bank. And then the bank will be like, you want to borrow some more and you want to pay some more a month? I don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
Is that a big factor? Like they will
Among the young now, yes.
That's scary. Actually, it's quite scary. Yeah, I agree because there is the notion of like, okay, well, I can afford this, and then when you close your eyes, you open your eyes, you realize, wow, I got an iPhone, I got iPad, I got a watch, I got a nice car, I got shoes, I have gadgets, I have my whole house, my whole room is decked out. And then when you think about it, okay, I want to get married. That's number one, right? Cash on hand.
This
one question
this
already.
topic. Oof.
And then when you're like,
we
don't
gotta-
even talk get married, right? Where am I going to stay? You think you're going to buy something, then you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I actually have no money.
The rough calculation, like this wedding conversation, right? I think as a man, unfortunately, because the burden of having a house falls on you.
Oh,
Conventionally.
conventionally.
Yeah.
Because like if you were to have a daughter, you wouldn't let your daughter marry a guy without a property. Let's face it.
Okay.
Right? So that's the minimum.
Asian things.
Asian things.
Asian
right?
things.
Then, rough estimation, you need at least 100,000 cash
For the wedding.
just to get married.
Yeah, it's true.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
You are absolutely
You're
not
not
wrong.
And you think about a lot of like 28, 30-year-olds, 100,000, wow, can never imagine how they can have. Because once you have 2,000 in the bank, let's go ball.
That's true.
Oh my god, it's me, bro. Took me a long time to get past that way.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And you realize the burden of the money installments, not installments, the monthly credit card bills,
Yeah.
right? When you want to tender resignation, let's say, like
Mm.
you are now formally in the rat race.
Yep.
You can, let's say if you're in a corporate job, there's a new manager that your boss just hired to supervise you. Then you pick check you don't like, right?
I'm out.
I'm out. But
Then you look at your
every month, your salary 3,500, but every month you need to pay bank 2,000.
Pay from whale.
Then suddenly is that iPhone worth it? Suddenly is that sneakers worth it? Suddenly is that
A
what?
good. I don't know whether you agree with this. Like, okay, like houses and cars, I think big assets. That is like part of living one. Like, you rent, sure. I won't apply the same rule. But for me, when I want to buy something materialistic, I will always think like this way. Can I buy it twice?
Yeah.
Then only I'll consider want to buy it. Or can I buy it 3 times? Then I'll consider buying it.
Yeah.
If I can't, why am I buying it?
Yeah.
Right? Or if I only can pay 50% for it right now, I shouldn't be buying it.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of like of these loan things do, right? Like, oh, you only need to pay like 10% of this and we split over 10 months.
They just dilute that.
Dilute the pain.
you,
Right?
you don't feel the pain.
They don't want to tell you you cannot afford.
Yeah. You can. Anything is possible.
Because in the economy, I mean everyone, this is not just property, right? Banks need money. Banks need your money now. And people aren't spending in large volumes anymore. They need to
so
force
now
you
it's
and
they
commit you to
enable
spend.
you.
Yeah, they need to commit you to spend
That's
a lot of
wild,
money.
man. Shit.
If only we could buy a bank. But that's a discussion for another day. Did I get everything, Jeremy? That was it. That was actually a really, really one of the most informative pods we had.
I
in
want
a
to
while.
just sit down and talk about like
Live.
real, like correct, like where we are at, the things that we're gonna do. But I think there's gonna be another 3 episodes.
We need to
for
buy
our podcast.
another 3 NFT or
You guys gotta join. You gotta buy our joint NFT. We're not the last anyone.
Guys, if you guys want to hear more about Sean and his brand iHerng, guys, go check him out on YouTube. He has
please.
800 videos.
Do you just put it on when you're folding clothes. You sure learn something.
That's a 3-year degree.
We are 100 only.
We are 100.
This is 170.
This is 170 episode. You're freaking a degree on his channel.
slow down, Vishnu.
There is information and knowledge everywhere. You can learn a lot of things online nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Like even this. And if you guys really take the dive, you can reach out to Sean, ask him questions. He knows what you're doing lah.
On video. So you will get to him sooner or later.
No scammy vibes here, guys. I've seen him in action. He is the real deal. Thank you so much for
Thanks for having
being
me
on today.
For being on the show.
Oh my god.
Damn, that was insightful AF. This week's song recommendation is by my boy Crush. He's back from the army. This one's called Rush Hour. Sounds like this. It also features J-Hope from BTS. What a great song. We can't hear it because it's added in post. But it's a really good song.
This apparently this morning we picked the winner of last week's giveaway.
Damn,
Yes.
we did.
Should we announce it?
Yeah, yes. So just to give you guys context, if you haven't, unfortunately, last week we had a giveaway. We were giving away a card game.
Signed card game.
Signed card
Signed
game
card game.
Yeah.
by Shuchi
Oh.
and the Mings.
Oh.
And this morning, there's a video later. You will see on IG stories.
We
press
did
the button to choose the winner.
Yeah.
Why no give for speaker one?
You want to give what? Then we sign up?
We got
Don't decide the
You know what they say, right? More expensive than petrol. Oh yeah.
Shall you announce the winner?
We are going to announce the winner. The winner is. Do we have? No, there's
Just
drum
forget
joke.
it.
It's painful.
It's painful. Just
Congratulations, Militum!
Congratulations.
Militum!
Hey.
Hey, you got better
Good
treatment
job.
than me, already.
Good job.
Yeah, you got a gift.
Yeah, you got a
Drunk or water.
You're actually one of the first podcast give winners like that.
yeah, we never did
in
this
ages.
before.
Yeah,
Or at all.
until iHerng decided to give out one in his house, he will sign one of the break.
Yes. That I'm joining that
I
one.
think that one our servers
I will rig my.
That's mad. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening this week. We are on Spotify and Apple, so please go ahead and find Table Talk, Takeaway Table on these platforms. We also can come and hang out at discord.gg/the Takeaway Table. I'm not going to say anything. There might be some fun stuff at the end of the year. We have TikTok at the Takeaway Table. iHerng, are you iHerng on every single platform?
Yes.
iHerng. Thank you so much for spending your time and info. Guys, this has been a great episode. We'll see you guys next time. See you everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.